Are you constantly feeling like time is slipping through your fingers and there's just not enough time in the day to get stuff done? Well, guess what? I have a solution for you. Watch this video to learn how you can manage your time better. Hi, I'm Adriana Girdler, productivity specialist and president of Cornerstone Dynamics and myvisualvision.com. And today we are going to take a look at managing time. But first, let me ask you this. What is free but priceless? You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. Well, it's time, and that is something we're going to focus on today. I want to look at it from a perspective outside of very simple tools and techniques, and I want you to take a look at it from making monumental shifts in the way you look at time. So let's get to it. Number one, my first tip is to analyze what it is that you do in a day. So what you're going to do for the next 5 days, my recommendation, is you're going to analyze everything that you do. You're going to write it all down, everything, for the next 5 days. Because guess what? If you want to make a change, you want to be better with your time, you have to know how you're spending it first. So analyze everything. So if you're on social media, I want you to write that down with how much time you're spending on it. If you're at work, write that down, work, but what exactly it is that you're doing at work. Are you in multiple meetings? What exactly you're working on? So you want to do a study on yourself to understand how it is that you spend your time. Once you've done that, and you're done the 5 days, I want you to then take a look at your activities and break them up into 3 categories. The first category is your goals. Anything that you're doing that is leading you towards your goals, I want you to put them in that box. Anything that you're doing that is not leading towards your goals, that is really a distraction, I want you to put it in that box. And last but not least, guess what? We just have some things, because we're human beings, like sleep, that we have to do. So you're going to put it in that box. And now that you've actually taken everything you've done and you divide it into these 3 specific segments, I want you to add up the time that you're spending on it. And so you can start seeing where exactly it is that you need to focus your attention on. Is it on stuff that perhaps are not leading you towards your goals? Or are you really on track and are doing a lot of stuff that are reaching your goals and perhaps you want to even do more? This analysis is critical in helping you understand how to manage your time better. Tip number 2 is our actual goals. Now, if you have goals, congratulations. I think that's awesome and good for you. But if you don't have goals, don't worry about it. You can definitely start looking at them. In fact, I highly recommend it. I have another video on personal visual vision statement that I would highly recommend you watch that really teaches you about goal and goal setting. But here's an opportunity to reevaluate what your goals are. Do they have to change? Do they have to be updated? Because now that you understand the buckets that your activities are placed in, ideally you want to move everything towards the I'm doing everything towards my goal bucket. So really understand what that is. Spend that time to really reflect and rethink and refine your goals. Tip number 3, which is really interesting because sometimes people don't put these 2 together from a time management perspective, and that is declutter. It's interesting because it is shown to us that if we're around mess, it's really hard for us to focus. And then what happens is we know we have to clean things up around us, whether it's a messy desk, messy computer folders, like our electronic folders, right? Or just generally speaking, things around us. So what do? Well, we ignore it. We find other things to preoccupy our time with because we just don't want to deal with it. So decluttering actually is a really powerful tool to help you with time management. Now in my world of productivity, we do a 5S, but I'm going to teach you 3 S's of those 5 S's. And I want you to think about these things in order to declutter. So how do you do that? Well, you do sorting, you do straightening, and you do sweeping. So let's first understand what is sort. Sort is you sort out the necessary from unnecessary items and dispose of those unnecessary items. Keep things only that you need today handy. So if you have lots of stuff around you and you haven't used it for the last 6, 8, 12 months, guess what? Either donate it, throw it out, or put it away somewhere else that you can go to and get it if you should need it. Because we have too much stuff around us, that's not helpful. So you want to sort everything out. The next S is that straighten. And straighten is everything should be in its place in order and everything should be easy to find. So you want to make sure that everything has its place. So for folders on your computers, you want to keep those nice and clean so instantaneously you can actually get them. Guess what? Your keys, when you walk home, you want to make sure you have a key ring and put that there. So straightening is really critical to helping you with decluttering. And last but not least, the last S, which is sweep. And what is sweep? It's eliminating trash and dirt in your home or office. It's pretty basic and generic, but that makes a big difference. If you have clutter everywhere, it makes it impossible for us to get in that mode of really organizing ourselves and being effective and efficient. So do that nice sweep, and if you can do a little bit every day, it makes a huge difference versus letting it pile up and trying to get it all done. So now, what's the last tip? Well, you've analyzed, which is really important. You understand how you work. Number 2 is you've really refined your goals because you're going to focus all of your attention, now that you know how you spend your time in your day, on setting your goals, because guess what? You're going to be a time management wizard, and you got all the decluttering out of the way. Good for you. So what is the last thing you're going to do in order to help you reach and better organize your time? You're going to schedule power hours. So power hours are a great technique to allow you to be effective. So within your calendar, and an easy way is once a day, just set an hour for something that's really important to you. That's a goal. I want you to do that. And down the road, as you get really good with this, you're going to set more power hours, 2 to 3 a day. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish in your day. I also have other videos as well on how to structure your day that even gives you more tips and techniques too. So please check that out. So on that note, to recap, how do we get better at managing our time? Well, we go beyond just the typical tips and tricks, and I really want you to think about analyzing your day, redefining your goals, ensuring everything's decluttered, and start scheduling those power hours to allow you to work effective and efficient. Now, on that note, thank you so much. There's tons of information and links down below underneath this video under the Show More section. Please check it out. If you can give this video a thumbs up, subscribe as well, and please share this video with your friends and colleagues, because who would not want to manage their time better?